People are starting to realise that the egg industry is cruel and corrupt. Undercover footage and investigations have shown that in the egg industry, baby male chicks are ground up alive because they're not useful, whilst the females have their beaks burnt off and usually live in painful conditions. They're killed at a fraction of their natural lifespan, and these practices are standard even for free-range egg farms. So for people who think they need to eat eggs, raising backyard hens or buying backyard eggs seems to be the most ethical option. But it's much more complicated than most people realise. You have to consider the wider implications that raising chickens has. A lot of people buy their hens from breeders' farms and other business people connected to the egg industry, and buying from these suppliers directly supports the cruelty and death of other chickens. And even if the hens were rescued or adopted from a farm sanctuary, it's wrong to exploit them for what we can take from them. This mentality is the basis to all oppression and injustice. And while most people raising hens claim to care about them, very few would look after them if they didn't produce eggs. In their natural state, hens only lay eggs until they have a full nest. At this point, they would naturally stop laying eggs and start nesting. Humans interrupt this natural process by constantly removing the eggs, therefore constantly encouraging the chickens to lay more to fill their nest. Laying eggs requires a lot of effort for hens, and every egg involves a tremendous loss of calcium to produce the shell, which often leads to diseases and even death. One of the ways hens can restore this calcium loss is by eating their own eggs, which is normally discouraged because we want to eat them for ourselves.
We're having a problem with one of our hens continuing to break eggs and then eat them. This is a serious problem because obviously we want the eggs to eat for ourselves, but once they get a sort of a taste for it, it's very difficult to get them to stop. So we're trying to nip this in the bud as soon as humanly possible.
By leaving them, we encourage them to stop laying more eggs and allow them to restore lost nutrients. Assuming that some eggs are still left over, they should just be left to return to the earth. Eggs are extremely high in cholesterol and are very harmful to human health. There are no beneficial nutrients in eggs that can't easily be supplied by plants. Eating eggs, whether they're organic, free-range or from backyard hens, promotes egg consumption to the people around you, which helps continue the cycle of systematic oppression. Most people have become addicted to the taste of eggs and misled by the industry to believe they're essential for proper nutrition. But when you consider the victims involved in the process, they're not worth consuming.